Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ryden Estates, where today we're still harvesting the barley. We need to try and get the equipment dug out of the grain. I haven't fixed the reset point issue just yet. I think I know how to do it. It should be a relatively easy fix in Giants Editor. I just haven't had the time to do it just yet. So that's going to be something that I'll do hopefully before the next episode, if I can find the time. So this is the end of our third headland. That'll do nicely. Let's get this selected here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be kind of cheeky and kind of smart here. I'm going to drive straight over to the middle of the field and just go in as straight a line as I possibly can down the middle of the field. Because this is where the reset point is. It's going to be somewhere probably down this line. This is going to make the baling a lot easier, and we'll have a lot of bales. We're going to have a lot of bales, and I may need to make a second bale sell point on the map, but that's something I'll deal with when the time comes. Simulate has suggested a tractor for me, and assuming I didn't close the tab yesterday, I'll get it downloaded probably before the next video. It does look rather good. If you guys do have mod suggestions, please do not hesitate to send me a message or send me a DM or something, and let me know what kind of mods you'd like to see on the map. Where is the reset? The reset point is just over there, so hopefully in the very near future we'll be... There's a piece of equipment there. That's a tractor. Hopefully in the very near future we'll be rescuing the equipment from the reset point. Now the odds are it'll all be pushed to the side of to the end of the field, but I mean, at least I'll be able to see it, because as things stand it's just trapped in the middle of a ton of barley. Probably a few tons of barley, in fact. Speaking of, are we chopping straw? No, we're not. Good. So, you might notice my head tracking's a bit wonky today. It's just deciding not to behave very nicely. Why has it done that? There we go. It's deciding it doesn't want to behave very well today, so unfortunately it's just kind of doing a few weird things. It's not sticking to what it's supposed to be sticking to. It's annoying me now. But it looks like we're going to clip the tractor here. Now, hopefully the equipment isn't going to cause issue. Why can't I hear music? Hopefully that's not coming through the microphone, because otherwise I'll have copyright issues. Really hope that's not coming through the microphone. I may have to do some fiddling with this. But yeah, in the last episode, by the way, I said I'd be using small equipment. We're going to keep using the small equipment. We're going to work our way up to using bigger equipment. And what I think I'll do is I'll, off camera, most likely finish this field off. After this episode, I'll finish this field off, so that we can get, some progress made and get working on the baling. Kind of beginning to think I might regret my choice of baler, because that thing has 250 litres per bale, and we're going to have literally thousands. I may edit the baler again. Just make it like 300 to 500 litres a bale. Just so that I'm not going to have thousands of them, I'll only have hundreds. But that's kind of the plan, is we'll bale it up, put up all the straw, set it off, and get nice money for it. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise, by the way. I do have both my windows open because it is a warm day, and my computer, when I'm rendering or playing or recording or doing anything, gets it heats up my room, and I end up being a sweaty... I effectively end up sitting in a puddle of my own sweat. So I'm just trying to counter that by having a nice little breeze blowing in from the window. So I do apologise if you hear cars and stuff in the background. That's actually coming from like 300 or 400 yards away at least. But there's a lot of people around here who think that drilling holes in their exhaust pipes is a really good idea. There goes one of them. I can hear it through my headphones. That says a lot. If I can hear your car through my headphones, which have quite good sound insulation, you've got issues. There's somebody, I hope, driving a rally car, because it didn't. If it wasn't your rally car, it did not sound healthy at all. Somebody doing that earlier on today, and I have no idea what that is, but there's a thing there. Okay, there's the tractor. Now we'll find out if this thing can push the tractor. Okay, this thing can push the tractor. Good. We'll be sweeping the equipment along as we go. Turns out. And I know this isn't realistic, but this is the best way I have of moving the equipment out of the field and out of the barley. I'm just glad this harvester that's Tyson has seemingly infinite horsepower, but a limited top speed. I don't mind the harvesters having silly horsepower, especially when it helps me to move everything else that is after getting stuck in the field. I'm worried about the cultivator though, because that is probably gonna like swipe a swath. That's probably gonna cause issues. Cultivator will. So let's push this out of the way entirely. There we go. And I know that we're gonna spin around this way. I just wanted to get the tractor off the front of the harvester entirely. Oh. I do play realistically most of the time. It's just sometimes the game forces me to do weird and silly things. This is one of those times. As you can see, by the way, it is 6:30 PM for me right now. Today is Wednesday, I want to say. So this video will be going up on Thursday. Where's my phone? There we go. Just gonna blindly grab my phone here and double check what day it is. Today is Wednesday. Awesome. This video will be going up on Thursday, and I'll try and get Friday morning's video recorded as well today. Tomorrow's video is going to be on Ventonwin again. I'm gonna alternate between these two maps a lot, and then Saturday and Sunday we will have the multiplayer. Now this week it's just gonna be 2 half-hour episodes because problems, lots and lots of problems with the multiplayer. And for this week only, hopefully, it's just going to be me simulating Fahy. Also, it will be a RainbowDave exclusive because Simulate is still trying to make up his mind on whether or not he wants the multiplayer on his channel. Now I don't mind either way. I think personally he should have it up, but it's his channel, his choice. Much the same way that if I decided that I didn't want the multiplayer, he would kind of accept that as, you know, it's my channel, it's my choice what goes up here. He does advise me, and I do advise him, and I'm gonna be honest, the amount of stuff he tells me and the amount of advice he gives me, I don't think I'll ever be able to repay him for the amount of help he gives. And you guys see almost none of that. Some of it is pretty obvious, like a couple of months back, what is it, a month or so back? 2 months back, I think, there was a very drastic change where suddenly I was using different thumbnails in every video and all that kind of stuff. That was him. That was all simulating the new RainbowDave, where I'm a lot happier and a lot more upbeat and a lot more high energy in videos. But that's also simulate. That's the 2 pieces of advice he gave me. And he did only give me 2 pieces of advice at first. Like, we do talk technically about things now as well. So we cover, you know, technical aspects of YouTube and editing and rendering and things about thumbnails and, you know, that kind of stuff. And some people don't seem to realize that we do talk to each other a lot off camera. We don't just get in contact with each other for the multiplayer or on Discord, where, you know, he literally has my phone number and I have his. So if we ever want to talk to each other, we can just send each other a text. Speaking of, there's Facebook. No, that wasn't Facebook. That was Facebook. No, I was right. It was Facebook. Apparently, I've got my ringtones turned on my phone. Wonderful. We have each other on Facebook and stuff as well. So we keep very few things secret, and sometimes he will go on to a Banky's TeamSpeak and ask for advice, and accidentally leave his mic open, and I'll jump into the room and say, "Dude, you've got your mic open." Like making him think that I've been sat there for ages, when in fact, literally as soon as I jumped in, I heard him talking. And he doesn't know this. I literally jumped in and heard him talking and said, dude, Simulate, you've got open mic on this server right now. So that's the first time he's heard of what actually happened that day, because I've kind of kept it a secret. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about. So Simulate, you kind of landed yourself in it a bit there. Because I had from what you were saying, I had a vague idea, but I didn't actually know what you were talking about. I jumped in, heard you talking, and immediately started warning you you'd an open mic. I really hope this equipment, by the way, isn't gonna like ruin the field by being like in the middle of it. That's kind of a concern of mine. Is the music getting louder? Yes. Yes, it is. I think it's getting louder anyway. So let's hop into the Schluter. By the way, I was asked in the last video, is this a private mod? No, the Schluter is most definitely not. This is part of the Giants Classics Pack DLC. So you can have this Schluter for free, all for yourself. If you're on, I think you can get it on Xbox One and PS4, but definitely on PC. If you go to Giants Mod Hub, it is there. There's a free DLC for FS15, the Giants Classics Pack. They're just conversions of the Classics Pack from FS13, but they are completely free. This trailer isn't part of it, but the Schluter and the most of the vehicles I have are. I was also asked where I got the Minneapolis Moline, if that was private. The Minneapolis Moline is from the Small Farms pack on Mod Central, and Mod Central, by the way, is a really good mod site. It doesn't have many mods, but I've spoken to some people who have uploaded mods to there, Simulate in particular, and wow, is their quality control insane. If there is any little niggle that they have with a mod, they will let the mod author know. My head tracking is not sticking it properly again. I'm gonna have to come up with a new solution again, I think, because this is really getting on my nerves now, because it's just kind of flapping about a bit and not behaving. One thing I might do with this harvester is increase the speed at which it unloads, because it's kind of silly slow at the moment. I know in reality the Clayson wouldn't be the fastest unloading harvester just because of its age, but I don't quite think it'll be as slow as it is. Or as slow as this, I should say. Maybe the grain tank's a bit too big as well. I need to go into some tractor data websites and double check the actual size of the grain tank in a real New Holland Clayson. I'll go with the I think it's the 1971 model is the newest. There we go, that's the trailer filled, but we're going to continue harvesting because we can. Once the harvester's full again, we'll bring the trailer down to the yard, empty it out, and come collect the next load of grain. But what I'll do is I'll check the absolute highest rated grain tank on a New Holland Clayson and edit this one to match that, because I think the grain tank might be a bit big. It's kind of bordering on a modern combine, which is possibly a bit too much, probably a bit too much. And I am trying to avoid hitting the tractor as well, which is not proving easy, but I'm doing my best. There we go. I'm also trying to keep straight lines, but I can't do anything in a straight manner, it seems. we are making pretty swift progress to this field. It kind of indicating that it hasn't been fertilized at all. Because I think I should be getting more grain than I am. That's fine though. That's fine. I can completely stand behind not getting like super quick grain, especially at the start. I kind of like starting off slow and speeding things up. Now we do, as you can see, have 114,000 euro to spend. I keep meaning to change the currency to pounds. It's probably going to stay as euro just because it annoys you guys at this point. We do have 114,000 to spend. What we're going to spend it on, I don't know yet. We do have... Apparently I forgot to buy a mower as well, so that might be part of what the money is spent on. But for the most part, we're going to just keep the money and work the fields that are currently ready to work. Whoops. Work the fields that are ready to work, and we'll just kind of see where the game leads us from there. Because a fun little fact, and some people don't seem to realize this, I don't actually particularly plan things ever. It's just like I go into the map, see what needs to be done, and then kind of make an on-the-spot decision of, okay, well today I'm going to do this. Whereas I know some other YouTubers decide, oh well, this video I'm doing this, and then the next video I'm doing that, and the next video I'm doing the other. I just literally hop into the map, see what needs to be done, and decide which of the probably 3 or 4 jobs I want to do today. It's the same way on Ventana. It's like I don't necessarily plan anything. I decide, okay, well, this harvest needs done, and there's no point in doing... By the way, I know that some people are probably going to complain about me having, I think it's now 4 harvest videos in a row. The reason behind that is this is Farming Simulator. Harvest is a pretty big part of farming. You can't always be doing something different. Harvest in real life takes time, and it's not kind of instantly done, you know, one shot over and done with. It takes, you know, a couple of weeks. I'm probably dragging that along with me, am I? Can't see if I'm dragging that, but the windrower's out at least. And I'll finally have an idea of what I actually own once we get this field done as well. Now, judging by the amount left to do, I probably will do it off camera, because there doesn't seem to be all that much left. It's just going to be a case of, and I'm going to just push my head tracking in again. There we go. Just going to be a case of going around and picking up the scraggly bits. I know somebody calls them scrag ends. I call them scraggly bits. I always kind of have. I don't know if I say it in videos too much, but I do. I've literally always thought of the last bit of lastlings as scraggly bits. So before somebody says, "Oh, you're copying Simulate by using the word scrag," no, I use it too. Actually, that's a thing. I know I spoke about it in a previous video. People talking about, you know, and I see it a lot. It's like people will complain, "Oh, you're copying Simulate, you're copying Daggerman, you're copying whoever." No. The thing is that there's only a limited amount of jobs you can do in FarmSim. There's only a limited amount of things you can do, and sometimes it ends up that you decide to use the same mod somebody else is using, has already used, or will use to do it. Or by sheer coincidence, you're at roughly the same point in the map, and your plans align perfectly with what somebody else is doing. I've seen that happen too, is like 2 people on the same map have coincidentally got to exactly the same point, and their videos end up being like, today we're doing bales, and then the next day it's the other person, today we're doing bales, and you know, that happens. That's just a thing that happens. Is that the cultivator? I think that's the cultivator currently on the front of the harvester, running backwards, so it's not actually picking up anything, which is nice. And I think it's just fallen off. So the cultivator, next time around, it's still going to be running sideways or backwards. Hopefully it won't destroy too much crop. Yeah, the cultivator fell off. So it's over there now, somewhere. Which I guess is better than it being completely in the way. We're making, I would say, very solid progress, honestly, in the field. We're not likely to finish it today, so I'll get it finished off camera. Just to kind of speed things along, and so that we can get to work baling in the next episode, and then probably collecting the bales afterwards and all that stuff. This will be streamed live tomorrow, this map, so I might actually finish the harvest there and start baling there and do some work there. So Friday's stream, tomorrow's stream will be on this map. Saturday's stream, I honestly have no idea what I'm going to stream on Saturday. And Sunday's stream is going to be Ventonwin, most likely. I might stream Ventonwin Saturday as well. Really depends on what happens, but I'd kind of like to get a non-farm sim stream going. Actually, if you guys want to see ATS multiplayer return, American Truck Simulator multiplayer return, please do leave a comment below, because I'd kind of like to get back to doing that, but the last time I did it, nobody was joining, and it would be from the normal, it would be during the normal stream times of 2 till 5 or 6. I'm considering reducing the streams by an hour as well, especially on Saturday and Sunday, because Saturday and Sunday everybody streams, so I hand over to, and if you didn't know this already, I kind of mentioned it last week, Saturdays and Sundays is what we've all kind of dubbed the stream train. So I stream first in the day and hand over to Fresh Eggs, who's next up. Fresh Eggs then streams and hands over to Landy Kid, who hands over to Banky, and you guys get like 10 or 12 hours of streams back to back to back to back to back. So you can't complain about a lack of farm sim on Sunday, or Saturday for that matter, or a lack of your favourite streamers on, because we have all spoken to each other and we're all on board with this idea. We all intentionally hand off to one another, and we do our best to not overlap as well. So if you see Banky streaming, or Landy streaming, or Fresh Egg streaming, odds are I won't be streaming at that time. Where's the cultivator gone? Please don't tell me I accidentally bought the cultivator under the map. That would be a bit of a worst case scenario. So we're at 69% full. It looks like we'll get this combine full again just by the end of the video, which is awesome-ish, I guess. Not much of the field left to be harvested, is there? Let's have a look. No, in fact. So we're almost done with the harvest even. Wow. I didn't expect to get this done in like an hour or so. With this size of harvester. This field looked a lot bigger than it probably is. But as you can see from the map, there's no square fields on this map at all. So I'll need to be careful with how I'm doing things, and probably get some sort of mod in that'll allow me to transport seeds to the field. Because the Hastia drill doesn't exactly have a large capacity. So I'll probably find a mod somewhere that'll allow me to transport seeds. I do have one in mind, and it's a bit cheaty, but I think it'll fit. I'll probably use it in Ventonwin as well for emergency fuel, but I do have one in mind. And it would fit the map, because I know in the past I had a modded, like, American style pickup that had fertilizer, fuel and seeds triggers on it. Don't worry, the mod I have in mind is extremely British. I think some of you might know what it is already. If you do, try and make a guess in the comments. I won't tell you if you're right or wrong, but try and make a guess, and I'll entertain myself by seeing how right or wrong people are. So we're about to pick up this tractor. And there we go. Tractor's on the way. It's looking like it's stuck on something, which is theoretically good. Hopefully it's stuck on some... Hopefully it actually is stuck on some other piece of equipment. Hopefully we're also going to pick up the cultivator coming along here. And I know that there's going to be people complaining, oh, you should never ram stuff with your pickup because... with your header because you're damaging the header. Yes, but there's no other way of getting the stuff out of the field because I can't see it. Short of being like a long distance away, I can't see this equipment in the field. So this is my only opportunity to get the stuff moved is to ram it out with the combine. Yes, it was stuck on the cultivator. Awesome. So we now have all 3 tractors out of the grass. The windrower, I think the tedder came out earlier on. The baler, the bale wagon. I don't know where the seeder is. That's mildly concerning. I think most of the equipment is now free at least. And we'll get a good idea once we finish the harvest what we still need to get. And just for those of you who don't like this small classic equipment, don't worry, we will be increasing the size of our stuff as we go along. The Schluter is kind of the start of that already. It's quite big. Why is the fertilizer spreader there? Well, there's the seed drill. Yeah, so we got most of the stuff out. It's just a case of finding what's left. And then cleaning it all up and bring it back to the yard, which isn't that long a drive away. It's not that far a drive. But yeah, for those of you who are concerned about the size of equipment and maybe don't like the classics, don't worry. I will be increasing the size of equipment as time goes on. It's just that I want to start off on this map really small, work my way up to something, yeah, to being industrial sized if I can. And I'm probably going to be on this map until the end of FS15 at this stage. I can't see many more maps coming out that'll be so good that I kind of feel like I have to play them. I can't see many more maps coming out full stop, to be honest. And whoop, I drove through the smoke. So this harvest is going to fill up in no time because there's only 70 litres of capacity left. And there is 8200, harvester is off, and we stopped just in time. Let's hop over to the Schluter now. Hop inside, and off we go. Now, the trailer's full, which means we need to get back to the yard. And I don't know if I showed this in the last video, but this is how to get back to the yard. You go... sneeze! And then you go out this gate, through the little river here, which you may or may not got stuck in because of the mud mod around this wall. Around this corner, if I can get the Schluter to turn tightly enough. Around this corner. I've caused the exact same problem I had in the last episode. Around here, without getting stuck ideally. Down along this path. By the river. You can go either way here. That way you have to take a really tight turn. This way is just a little cut through shortcut. Bit muddy, but it's fine. Down this dirt road here. Lovely little bit of grass in the middle. Am I going the right direction? Yes. Through this gate. Down this dirt path by the cornfield. Which we will likely chaff that. Got a couple of pieces of equipment I could use on that are classic style. Don't worry, I won't use the single row one, because I do have a single row corn chaffer. Out through here, and this is where I start to get lost. So I'm going to take a wide turn here because I need to turn this way. And then this way around the shed. And then we're in the main yard. Good. Where does the barley go? Barley goes into this shed here, so let's try and get this as good as we can. Good. And just reverse it in. So that's about all we've got time for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. If you are new here and you want to see more from me, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you got anything to say, if you got any complaints or any observations or anything like that, please do leave a comment below. You can follow me on social media as well. Links are all in the description. If you want any of my mods that I use, 90% of them are in the mod list. There are, like, I think 3 that are completely private and that I don't have links for. But most of my mods are in the mod list below. So I'm going to leave it here. I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Ryden Estates. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.